All right, good morning, students. Happy Friday. We are now at the end of week 9, and we will only have 3 weeks left of online learning, so let's continue doing our best. Now I'm going to go over today's lesson, and at the end of today's lesson, you will be doing an exit ticket to show that you've understood what I've taught you the past 3 days. So as a reminder, remember that on Tuesday, you were supposed to do this water cycle warm-up, and then on Wednesday, you were supposed to watch a video and write a summary of the water cycle notes that I went over. And then now today we're doing our water cycle lesson number 3. And at the end of the video, you will be asked to take an exit ticket where you will show me that you've understood and watched the video and that you've practiced the notes. So like always, you can find all of the assignments for this week in the white folder titled Online Learning Week 9. And if you look over here, everything's in the correct order. Monday's video, Monday's warm-up, Tuesday's video, Wednesday's video, Wednesday's warm-up, and then today's video and today's exit ticket. So I'm going to go ahead and open up week 9 slides and go over the slides with you all. So I'll press present. So again, today's Friday. Please watch the entire lesson video. I'm going to go over important details that will help you do well on today's exit ticket. So your learning objective, I will watch today's video to practice properly identifying different parts of the water cycle on a diagram. I will show my understanding through an exit ticket. So again, you're watching this entire video, stay focused, take notes, and then you're going to open and study the water cycle study guide, and then you'll take your exit ticket. This video will be posted right here if you want to watch it again later. Now, in today's exit ticket, you're going to be asked to look at a diagram of the water cycle, and you need to tell me what each arrow is showing you. So I'm going to practice with you right now. So for example, first, we're going to look at this arrow. This arrow shows that water from the ocean is rising up because of the sun. So you should know that that is evaporation. Evaporation is when water changes from a liquid to a gas. So it's becoming water vapor and rising up. Now this one over here shows that there was water vapor in the air and it's changing into a cloud, which is full of liquid water. So that one is condensation. That is when water vapor, it cools down in the cold atmosphere and it changes to water droplets. So it's going from a gas to a liquid. Now, if you look over here, you see rain that's falling from the clouds. This one would be precipitation. Precipitation is when water falls from clouds onto Earth's surface. So you see water that is falling from the clouds. Over here, this arrow is pointing up and it's starting from these trees, the grass, the green trees. So remember when water is evaporating from the trees, that's called transpiration. It starts with the same T. So transpiration is when water from the soil that is released from the leaves of plants as water vapor. So here, water is leaving the plants, and that's transpiration. Down over here, you see an arrow pointing down. Remember when water is soaked in to the Earth's surface, that's called infiltration. So infiltration is when water moves from above the ground to below the Earth's surface. So that's when water is sinking into the ground. And then over here we have groundwater. That is water that has fallen below the Earth's surface. So it's all the water that's collected below the Earth's surface. So you see this arrow is showing all the water below the Earth. And then there's one more left. All of the water that's falling downhill from the mountaintops in this river going to the ocean, that would be runoff, because runoff is water that flows across land and collects in rivers, streams, and eventually the ocean. So this is an example of a diagram that you need to know for the water cycle. So again, I'm going to have this diagram over here for you all in the slides. And for today's exit ticket, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to identify the different arrows on different diagrams. I'm not going to show you the exact same one. It will be different ones. So let's practice one more time. Here is another diagram of another place on Earth. Now you see this arrow is showing the rain and the snow that's falling. So that's precipitation. This arrow is showing that water vapor in the sky is becoming liquid and making clouds. That's condensation. Think of clouds, sea, condensation. This arrow is showing water that is evaporating up into the atmosphere. So liquid water is becoming water vapor. That's evaporation. Over here, you see water that's underground. That's all groundwater. Here you see water that's falling from the mountaintops in the river down to the ocean. That's runoff. Here you have water that is soaking into the soil and joining groundwater. That's infiltration. And over here you have trees, and the trees are soaking up water from the soil and then it's released out of their leaves into the air. That's transpiration. So all of these diagrams are going to be showing you the water cycle and the movement of water throughout our Earth. And for your exit ticket today, you're gonna be identifying the different arrows on different diagrams. All right, now let's go over something else that's really important. For the whole water cycle, remember that water is changing states as it's moving through our Earth. So for evaporation, thermal energies is being added to our water. That is why the water is evaporating and becoming a vapor. Now, for that to happen, you need the sunlight, right? The sun is the major source of energy. It's going to add thermal energy to the water and make it evaporate like this picture. Now, for condensation, like when it forms clouds, thermal energy must be removed. So high up in the atmosphere where it's really cold, the water vapor is gonna lose thermal energy. It's gonna have the thermal energy removed from it, and that's how it becomes liquid water and makes a cloud. Now for even transpiration, on the leaves of the plants, for the water, liquid water to evaporate off of the leaves, you need to add thermal energy from the sunlight. All right, so with that being said, just letting you know that in today's exit ticket, you're gonna have to identify each arrow in the different diagrams that I show you. So this is a diagram that's different from the first two that I showed you, but looking at this, you should still be able to tell me what each arrow is based on what we just practiced. So you can see that this arrow is looking at the clouds, this one is pointing to the raindrops, this one, the arrow is coming out of the trees. This one, the arrow is coming out of the water. This one is pointing to the water that's flowing down the river. This one is pointing to water that's sinking into the soil. This one is pointing to water that's all underground. So looking closely at the diagram, you will have to identify each arrow in the diagram for your exit ticket. So here is some of the diagrams that you might see. So you can look at these and practice on your own before you take your exit ticket. Okay, so these are the diagrams that you might see on today's exit ticket. It's all showing that the water is cycling through the earth. All right, so now you're going to go ahead and open and study the study guide. And in the study guide, you have the password for today's exit ticket. So do not message me asking me what the password is. The password is in the study guide. So I want you all to click on the link and open up the study guide. If you can't find the study guide, it's in the white folder. So in the white folder, you will see the study guide, or you can just click the link. And once you look at the study guide, then you can go ahead and take the exit ticket, water cycle lesson number 3. It's in the white folder. So go ahead and open the white folder and then click on the exit ticket. And please get an A on this exit ticket. And to get an A, you should rewatch this video, study the notes, and also look at the study guide. There's no excuse not to get an A because you all have what you need to do well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the study guide for us so that you can see it. So again, if you click on this link, it will open up the study guide, or you can also just go to our white folder and the study guide is right here. But looking at the study guide, it has the diagram again. You can use this on your exit ticket to help you. And it has all the definitions of each word to help you for your exit ticket. So you may use the study guide for your exit ticket. And over here it says the password for Friday's exit ticket is, and if you scroll down, you will see the password. All right, so please do well on today's exit ticket. And if you have not yet done the other assignments in the white folder, please do them today. I will not see you on Monday because Monday is a holiday, so there will be no new lesson on Monday. That means that you have today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to catch up on all missing assignments. Remember that if you have many missing assignments for your final grade for 6th grade, you will be getting 2 U's if you have many missing assignments. And remember, U's are not good for culmination. So do yourself a favor over this long weekend. Make sure that you turned in all of your work for every single week that we had of online learning. And if you ever need help, you can always message me on Schoology and I will help you out. All right. And if you still don't know where to find missing assignments, then check out these folders. Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's all your assignments in there. You can also click grades and your grades will show you all your missing work. All right, thank you for watching. Good luck on your exit ticket. Open the study guide for your password and have a wonderful 3-day weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday.